Just wanna swing from the chandelier, from the chandelier. Hi. Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. Welcome back if it's not your first time. Either way, if you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me every time I'm live. So right now we're going to do a ClairTarot reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers, because we know Scorpio got cross watchers. Is it Scorpio? It is Scorpio. All right, let me just see. Yeah, I asked the collective energy of Scorpio before I started, like, what is this reading about? So you guys can kind of have a heads up what it's going to be about. Excuse me. Seems like Scorpio's not ready to hear it. Are you ready to hear the truth? According to your soul? I mean, I don't know what the truth is going to be. Seems kind of intense. Everyone's been having intense readings all day. Oh, okay. Let's just put that at the bottom. It's a lot of cards. All right, let's do this. Okay. All right. So first, you have card number 5. Follow your own rhythm. Notice how you're turning away from the light. Okay, this is your higher self letting you know you're about to begin a cycle of learning. It's now 1:44. Yes! That was such a beautiful. Anyways, you're about to start a cycle of learning. This is going to be a lesson. And it's seeming like your higher self has given you the option to learn this in the light. Usually when lessons are learned in the light, they're not as painful. There's not as much struggle. It's a lot easier. Now, because you're turning away from the light and you're following your own rhythm, that tells me you're choosing to learn this in a much more viscerally felt way. Okay, this is going to involve a considerable amount of struggle, probably heartbreak, a lot of heartbreak. I don't know what's going on. Give me just 1 second. Scorpio, you're going through something. You're going through something seriously profound right now, and you're not letting anyone know. You're kind of just hiding it all. It's making you very bitter too. For those that this resonates with, it's creating a large amount of resentment within you, which is understandable, but you also have to understand people can't read your mind. You're an expert at building walls and creating separation, hiding things. It's very unrealistic. If you expect someone to read your mind, and if they don't read your mind, somehow that equates to them not loving you, and they lied when they said that they love you. That's not how it works. Okay? That's not how it works. If you want someone to know what's going on, if you want help, you need to verbalize that. If you can't verbalize it, then you need to type it out and text it. But it's like this feeling that you feel so alone, abandoned, and really the only one doing this is you. Okay? And I will be harsh because that's not fair for you to put the blame on someone else when you're the one creating the circumstance for yourself. They don't know what's going on with you. So your next card, number 10, releasing allegiances. You know, you're sitting naked in your truth, kind of just in your own darkness, and that's not a bad thing. That's definitely not a bad thing. It gives you an opportunity to really begin examining the decisions you've made and the consequences, the results of those decisions. And, you know, I see bees, and those bees, they can either gift you with honey or they can sting you. And you don't really know which one they're going to do. So that's kind of what's going on with your life right now. You have the potentiality of something that could really be very sweet. And it also can sting you. And I think it's this feeling of, you're afraid that you're going to be stung, so you're going to sting first, that's really messing you up. Okay, not everyone's out to hurt you. There are people out there that are out to hurt you. Yes. Yeah. That's happened to you before. But not everyone is. And it's not fair to punish those who aren't like that, who don't have that intention. You see the bangles, those are your shackles. You've placed shackles upon yourself with your limiting beliefs. You're not allowing your mind to expand. Your inner understanding has been crippled by your fear of what might happen. And really, no one else can control that but you. Yes, it's a risk. And no, not everyone is worth that risk. But yes, you're smart enough to know which person you're willing to take that risk for. And that's what I'm not understanding is, you know exactly who you can take these types of risks for. Yet you choose to cripple yourself. And this is not all Scorpios, but this is talking to a large amount of Scorpios, okay? I even want to say this is primarily the males, which I have a really interesting interaction with the male Scorpios. They tend to either really like me or really dislike me. I'm go fuck either way. So card number 34, in the world, not of the world. And as you already know, with the depth that Scorpio can go, you have so much depth. It's like so much depth. And you're a water sign. It's no big deal. You don't drown in water because that's your sign. You don't have to come up for air. But unless you're dealing with another water sign, how do you expect them to withstand the pressures of that depth? They have to come up for air at some point. And them coming up for air is not a sign of their weakness. Okay? It's not a sign that they're not worthy of you and your attention. Just putting that out there. Hate on me if you want. That's fine. That's fine. Let's get you guys more cards. But I do feel like you're going through something very intense, very, very hidden. It's a very quiet, very silent suffering that you're experiencing right now. And you're going to have to acknowledge your part in that, in the co-creation of that. So let's get you guys some cards. Yeah, see, you're needing to change. Your own energy is telling you. Oh, okay. So we have 4. We got Mars all up in here. I got Mars energy. I don't give a shit what you say to me. We can fight all day. It's fine. I'm joking. I'm joking. I got jokes. Scorpios don't think my jokes are funny. I don't care. Let me get your card. All right. Scorpio, I transform. Put your ear down close to your soul and listen hard. Your soul's asking you to change, okay? Your soul is asking you to change, not because you weren't worthy, not because you weren't enough, but it's time for you to grow. Okay, that's why your soul is asking you to allow the transformation. This transformation is going to happen no matter what. All you have the power to do is delay it, but it's going to happen. The more you delay it, the more painful it's going to be. And no one gets a say in that but you. So allow yourself to grow into your darkness. Greatness, not darkness. Grow into your greatness. There's nothing evil about darkness, okay? Scorpio has that dark vibe to them. I like darkness. I do. Yeah, I got darkness within myself too. It's no biggie. So this has to do with the Death card. Transformation through desire, psychic ability, taxes. For the Scorpios who haven't filed their taxes, file your taxes. Secrets, wins and losses, sexual attraction, secret affairs. So transformation through desire. You have to want this. You have to want the transformation in order for it to really take root. Okay? This is something you're doing for yourself, not for anyone else. So card number 46. 6. Okay. Grand trine blessings. Everything was beautiful and nothing hurt. You can have this. You can absolutely have this, Scorpio. All you have to do is kind of open yourself up. If you're not going to open yourself up for this cycle that you're entering, then what will happen is your soul will break you open. Not me, not someone else, your soul. It will break you open in the places where you hold the most resistance. And that is a very painful, painful process. So you get to choose. Are you going to open the door, or is your soul going to bulldoze through your walls? Those are your options, you know? And if you're not going to take heed to what your soul, okay, if you're not going to take heed to what your soul is trying to tell you, we got card number 5, Mars, Force. It's going to happen. It's going to happen because you can't stop growth. You just can't. You can delay it for a little bit, but this type of growth, it's not going to be stopped. War does not determine who is right, only who is left. Hold on. Oh, shit. Hello? Yes, it is. Oh my God, 50% off. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm actually in the middle of a business meeting. Is it possible for me to call back? Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I thought that had to do with my mama's plans. Anyways. Yeah, Mars. War does not determine who is right, only who is left. And what will happen, and I know this because I go through it a lot. I go through it a lot. What ends up happening is you start a war within yourself, and your higher self will absolutely destroy everything about you that resists the change. And all that's left are the parts of you that are just too in shambles to fight back. And then you change and you grow. So, I mean, unless that's something you want, I would definitely begin considering opening the door. And this is not opening the door to just let anyone in. Okay, Scorpio? No, we don't just let anyone in. Not everyone is worthy of your space, worthy of your energy. This is not asking you to pretend like everyone is worthy. Not everyone is worthy. And that goes for every other sign as well. Not everyone deserves to be in your presence, to sample of your energy, your essence. No, you have to be selective. Okay. So where was I? This is the Emperor card. I almost didn't want to touch the card after that. It's the Emperor card. It's about battles, adversaries, competition, rushing, defense. You're not going to win a war against your higher self. I promise you that. You will not win that. Maybe any other human being, but when it comes to a war between the self and the self will always 100% of the time lose miserably. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So, I mean, that's up to you, though. If you want to test it, go for it. Go for it. I had to test it a few times. My theory has held up. My theory has absolutely held up. So, card number 45, part of fortune, increase. Fortune favors the brave. Are you going to be brave enough to allow this to happen? Are you going to be brave enough to stand out of your own way? It's definitely not for a lack of fear. Okay. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is your behaviors with fear present. That's what courage is. That's what defines your courage. So you're going to have to really just, get real brave with this. Put on your big girl panties, lace up your boots, and lay down the weapons, because you're not going to win that fight against yourself. You're really, really not. But with this card, it has to do with 10 of Pentacles. This is about karmic triggers, destiny, fate. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let me just slap my cards a few more times. Shit pisses me off. Okay. Has nothing to do with you guys. So some of you who have that Scorpio energy are being told, don't fear rejection. There is no rejection. There's simply a need to communicate. And, I don't want to say that. One second. I'm having a conversation with Michael. Because it's bullshit is why. Let me pull out my other cards. I'm not saying that. Just pulling out the other cards. Let's get you guys some more cards. Okay. Okay. Actually, Lissy Darko, if you love something, let it kill you. Yes. Go ahead, so you can rise up. So you can be resurrected. Absolutely. Let it kill all the parts of you that resist change, that resist growth. Do it. Do it. Temperance. I say this with all due respect. Michael needs to kindly shut the fuck up. Temperance. You have to learn to balance between the light and the dark, the two opposing halves of you. Okay. Create that balance. If you can't find the balance, create the balance by finding your center. It's very important that you begin to center yourself at this point, because as you get further into this cyclical lesson, because this keeps repeating over and over for Scorpio energy, unless you want rebellion. I'm not saying that. Next card is Empress. Okay. So with the Empress card, this is you being very much like put together at the top of your game, recognizing the parts of you that need to be worked on so that all of you as a totality can rise up and return to a totality. Okay. Return to existing in a state of oneness between the self and the soul. And then you also have the Ace of Cups. You're going to be replenished. Okay. You're going to be. You're going to be replenished. You're going to start a new chapter of your life, a new chapter with new perception, a new way of seeing and doing things. And you're going to need to embrace that, okay? Stop judging yourself. Stop allowing what you think other people are saying to affect what you know to be true about yourself, okay? So let us get you another card. You're really pissing me off. Not you guys. Not you guys. Let me go ahead and get you a card. Card number 1, Beyond Death, Life. So look at that. You know, some people are like, Scorpio is so dark. They're just dark, dark, dark. No, they're surrounded in darkness to give them clarity on their light. It's perfectly okay. Nothing wrong or evil about darkness, okay? Let's see. Okay. Footprints lead to the shore of the sea. Beyond that point, no trace remains. Michael's such an asshole, you know? He is such an asshole. I'm calling to you. Can you hear me? Listen. Okay. The message was for some Scorpios, there was communication that was cut off. That's a Scorpio thing, whatever. You guys sometimes can cut people off. Fine. Michael is saying to tell the Scorpios it's time to reach out and communicate. If y'all don't feel like communicating, you don't have to. That's all I gotta say about that. Fuck you. Fuck you and you and you and you. All of them. Fuck them all. Okay. Let me just stop. And just calm down. No, because you fucking keep talking. I'm sorry. I'm calling to you. Can you hear me? Listen. Within your heart, there I speak. My voice rings true. You are urged beyond what has been. The time has come. Lay it to rest now. This ending comes as grace to free you from all that you have known, for what you have known is now too small for your soul. Bear your uncertainty with equanimity. I am certain enough for both of us. Allow me to show you the light that you are, that burns within you, blazing angel of heavenly purity. I will unveil you to yourself. Undressing your ego, casting aside its layers as tender as a lover with unwavering attention upon the sacred body of light. You shall know yourself in truth, as pure, beyond all experience, untainted, ever innocent, as a pure vessel, stripped bare, ready for the divine revelation, as light, as life, as love. The soul craves variety because it leads to wholeness, and wholeness leads to divine revelation. The purpose of the soul incarnating in this world in the first place is to realize its divinity through the sacred crucible of life. The older the soul, the closer it is to the realization of divine oneness, and the more powerful its determination to shed that which would constrain complete and conscious immersion into the divine presence. So here you are, an old soul at the edge of something you have known, at the cusp of an ending and a beginning. I'm not reading anymore. Punish me if you want. I'm not reading anymore. So you guys, Scorpio, you're being asked to please allow yourself to grow. The reading is done. I'm going to go and argue with Michael in private because this motherfucker needs a piece of my mind in private. So grow, allow yourself to grow, push yourself beyond the boundaries of comfort. Allow yourself to expand either through pain or compliance, it does not matter. But allow yourself to expand so that you can rise back up into the greatness that you are. And being surrounded by darkness is not a bad thing. It's scary for most people, but Scorpio can handle it. You're not afraid of darkness, and that's what makes you powerful. So go ahead, allow yourself to be surrounded by darkness so you can gain clarity on the gravity of your light. Okay? Y'all. Y'all say it with me. Fuck Michael. No, I'm not taking that shit back. Sorry. He war hero. He ain't no war hero. I got some choice words for him. All right, guys. I'll be back in a few minutes with the next reading after I talk to Michael. Bye.